Yo, what's going on, guys? Koi here. Today we're going to be talking about all gem obtainment methods in the game as of this moment. How much gems you get from the best to the worst method in the game as of this moment. It will get better with time and stuff like that, but of course, right now, whenever it comes down to the development of the game, if you don't know anything about the developers, they are from Vietnam. So, like, they have genuinely less connection to what we understand. Like, I think they have to actually get somebody to get them to understand what we are going through on the daily. But of course, they did work on plenty of games in the past, including a tower defense game that was very successful at one point. So they do know what they're doing whenever it comes down to development. Right now, it's just growing pains. Besides that, let's get that out of the way. And I just want to get into the first method, and that obviously just has to do with the codes. I'm going to be throwing all the codes on the screen for you guys right here so you guys can take a look at that. If you guys don't understand the codes or anything like that, like you don't know if they work or anything, you're just going to have to try them out and hope that they work, because there's only 4 active right now that I know of. But of course, that could be subject to change in the future. But I will update it. Update you guys with more codes as I progress in the game as well, as the game kind of has more updates. So next, I do want to talk about the quest method, and I think a lot of people got this a little mixed up because there are 3 branches of quests, and it's kind of hard to understand the first, second, and third if you do not know how the UI kind of works. I like the UI myself, but if you just click on the quest or hover over it, it will tell you exactly how much you get, how many gems and stuff like that, and it looks like to be a generated system. A lot of people are not really happy with the generated system, but of course, it's subject to change in the future. Personally speaking, my quests are still bugged out as of this moment, but there are some really, really good ones if you can do them. The ones that suck are like this one right here, where it's like I can't even do it because it's story 5, so that's just rough. This one is really, really nice, but this one's clear story 5. Story 5 does not exist, so it's just rewards I can't even get. The next one is infinite mode. This is honestly probably on the bottom of some of the worst ones I would do. I wouldn't do this unless I did it with friends. That's the deal. I would rather team up with people to do infinite mode one time, and then that's it. I just would never touch the game mode ever again. It's honestly such a bad game mode whenever it comes down to just giving gems, and just the progression alone is obviously just terrible. But the reason I just say that now is because UI wise, it's just right there. So you're going to see that more before anything else. Next, we're also going to be talking about the level rewards. A lot of people don't know that this category does this, but if you progress in the game, as you can see, every 5 levels, you can obtain gems every 5 levels, which is just a really, really nice chunk of change. Sadly, there is a major soft cap in the game, as you can see down here, for EXP for levels, so you'd have to hard grind a lot of levels in order to make sure that that works. And with the way that the game's designed right now, it's not going to be as easy as farming just normal stages. The last one I'm going to be talking about, or the last 2 I'm going to be talking about, is going to be the raids. I wouldn't say the raids are the most efficient way to farm levels, but defeating the raid, getting it done every 5 level. I mean, not every 5 levels. Every time you pretty much get a box, it's going to be either coins, gems, or any of the other rewards that are in the game. Could be bottle, could be soup, could be crafting materials, could even be EXP items. And with that being the case, there's not really much you can do to up your rates there. But I will talk about one thing that we can bring up, and that's going to be the Pirates buff. The Pirates buff is going to be able to give you some type of bonus whenever it comes down to gem and gold rewards. This isn't the craziest buff, but I'll tell you exactly where this kind of works. And this comes with the last way to grind gems, and that's stage 1, normal mode, go. The reason why I like the Leaf Village stage 1 is totally because of the fact that right at the end of the stage, you will obtain about 75 gems with the pirate buff, 50 something gems, or a couple, not as much as you would without the buff. So I would bring pirate characters into the run. Sorry. and pretty much do this as efficiently as possible. Of course, like there are going to be characters that do this just a lot more efficiently. I'm bringing my raid Gohan, but if you're going to bring anybody, it's going to be characters that have the movement skills such as Katakuri, Inosuke, Okorun, just characters that have the multi-hit. It works in the beginning, but besides that, like everything else, not so much. Like, you know what I mean? You're just going to be going through this as fast as you possibly can and stuff like that. Knock it out with as much AoE as you can, and hope for the best to get it done as fast as you can. So, of course, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know down below. I'm just kind of going to finish off this run real quick before moving on. Or just closing out the video, I guess, just for the heck of it, while I guess yap a little bit more. Some other things I do want to yap about is like, freaking, where is the progression going to go whenever it comes down to updates for the game? And I think that right now, the state of the game is kind of funny, because you have the progression of the game that has to mostly do with bugs right now, and then you have pretty much the characters and when are those going to release, and that's where I'm like, I have no idea, because right now they're doing a lot of soft patches, and if you guys don't know what a soft patch is, they're just small inconsequential updates that you can see on their Discord and stuff like that. And I would love to do like more videos, more content on just the smaller stuff, but I feel like that would make less sense in regards of time waste, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't go out and waste you guys' time on waiting and waiting and waiting, and then all of a sudden, like, the next update comes out, and then I covered, like, 90% of what came out that update before the update even came out, if that becomes the case. So it's like, yeah. Also, I do plan on doing some more content pretty soon with other games, such as there is a new RNG-based Battlegrounds game that is releasing pretty soon. Then there's also going to be Anime Zombies, which thankfully I actually was invited and got accepted into, which is pretty crazy, especially for someone who's got such a small channel like me. And if you guys want to, help the channel out and stuff like that, help and benefit, that benefits me and pretty much what I do in content-wise, of course, just hit that subscribe button, and that will totally be the best. Now, we come down to the last guy here. Yes, Gohan just chunking him for damage. And boom. Now, right here, we should be looking at about 75. Oh, that's a bug. And it probably has to do with the thing. Yeah, it seems to be a bug again. So, yes, this is supposed to give you more gems with the Pirates buff. It's supposed to give you 70 gems, 75 gems. But sadly, bugs are bugs, man. That's why I brought this one up at the end, because, like I said, the worst one's going to be at the end of the video. So, yeah, take it easy, dudes, and peace out.